When selling your house, it's vital to check out what else is on the market so you can stay ahead of the competition.
I personally would do away with all of that.
Is there glass in there? Oh, there's not.
So I'm giving 3 homeowners the chance to do just that by snooping around each other's properties.
This house needs SOS help.
Who'd have a fish tank in your kitchen?
Once they've seen the competition, they'll make changes to their houses in the hopes of attracting a buyer.
This is very big.
Good, isn't it?
Yes.
What are you thinking?
No.
Today, harsh words.
I don't like the outside of this house.
I think it's in need of an exterior redeck.
Stubborn homeowners.
I'm going to say it really quickly, paint over the wallpaper.
No.
And an offer on the table.
We want to start at 310 and work from there.
Shall I make the call? Today, I'm in Portsmouth helping 3 homeowners as they compete to sell their houses to buyers Julia and Clive, who, as their children get older, are looking for somewhere with more space.
So, guys, tell me what it is you're looking for in a nutshell.
Detached.
Detached, yeah. We're not the quietest of families. Minimum of 3 bedrooms, 3 double bedrooms.
Because you've got kids, haven't you?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, 15-year-old and 17-year-old, so...
Teenagers.
We have been looking at 4 bedroom as well because we find that then the 2 and 3 are bigger.
Yeah, OK.
Ideally, we would like a second reception room, so somewhere so they've got their own
somewhere
kind of
to
space.
shut them in.
Yeah, and somewhere, so it's another room that we can escape and hide to as well.
And I would like a big garden.
OK.
It's because of the size of fireworks I like to let off.
Okay, so you're basing your entire search around one night of the year?
Well, we do
He
one
is,
party.
I'm not.
We
He is.
do a party once a year.
I would love an ensuite bathroom. We've only got 1 bathroom at the moment, and with 2 teenage kids all trying to fight to get into the bathroom,
imagine.
It can be a bit of a nightmare.
Right, should we start this search then?
Yeah,
Brilliant.
For their wish list, Julia and Clive have a budget of £370,000. I found 3 homeowners with properties that are right up Clive and Julia's street, but there is room for improvement with all 3. First up, retired company director John and wife Lynne.
Been married 42 years, been living here for 32 of those years. 3 grown-up kids, 4 fabulous grandchildren. We've brought them all up in this house and it's been a happy home and it's been wonderful.
They've loved living here, but since they plan to move on, some jobs have been put off.
There are 1 or 2 things that, repairs perhaps, that need bringing forward.
If you were continuing to stay here, you'd probably invest to make those changes. Is it worth doing all of that for selling it? I don't know.
I think the answer is yes. John and Lynne's family home has the bonus extra bedroom our buyers, Clive and Julia, would like, and even has a separate annex to put those loud teenagers in. And it's bang on budget at 370 grand. Next, we have Irene and Phil, whose nautically themed house is inspired by their love of Cornwall.
I really want to move to Cornwall. Sorry.
I'm not sure why it hasn't sold. I mean, we've had a lot of positive feedback, but nobody's come back for a second viewing yet.
And that's tough when the house has been a labour of love over the years.
We've done the double glazing, we've done an extension to the 3rd bedroom.
We've done the kitchen 3 or 4 times.
We have, because you're a messy cook.
Irene and Phil's house is the smallest of the 3, but still has the 3 bedrooms buyers Clive and Julia are looking for. And with 2 reception rooms, there's plenty of space for the teenagers. It's on the market at £330,000. Finally, we have IT consultant Tracey and her husband James. Their 5-bed detached house reflects their love of dark colours.
Our style is not particularly ultra-modern.
No. Yeah, and I don't like white magnolia because it's boring. And I'm not boring.
OK.
Sorry, but I'm not boring.
No siree, she's not boring. Although they're ready to go, James particularly is feeling a little anxious about leaving.
I think I'll have a wrench when I come to leave it.
No, you won't.
I'm a bit of a magpie. I'll gather stuff up, and when it's time to come to declutter and move that, I'll be going, really, do I have to throw that out?
You'll be out, it'll be fine.
This darkly decorated Des Res has off-road parking, an open-plan lounge diner, and is on the market at £310,000, leaving £60,000 for Clive and Julia to put their own stamp on it. So it's John and Lynne and their family home, Irene and Phil's nautical house, and Tracey and James with their traditional semi with those dark colours.
Time for our sellers to take a sneaky peek at their rivals' properties. If they're smart, they'll take back as much information as they can to stay one step ahead of the competition.
First up for a snoop is Irene and Phil's nautical house.
Irene and Phil's 1930s detached house has been well loved and cared for over the years, but some of the rooms have been slightly forgotten, which might be putting potential buyers off.
OK, nice and clean and tidy.
Older style, which I quite like.
Yeah, driveway, garage.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice. You could probably take something away and do something with ours outside a bit better than what it is at the moment.
That's the way I like it, learning before she even gets through the front door.
I don't know whether it's the lighting or whether you're looking at the coats hanging up or whatever straight away. It looks a little bit muddled there.
I think it's a similar sort of feel. We got our stairway goes up in the hallway.
Stairways usually do, James. Out back, Lynn's eyeing up the uncluttered conservatory.
I quite like the fact that this is now somewhere we can sit, whereas ours is just the children.
For the children, for grandchildren.
Grandchildren, yeah.
Ah, the joys of kids, but that's no excuse for mess.
This is very modern, whereas ours is quite old-fashioned.
We were pretty snookered with the parquet flooring, which is dark.
Yep, you've said it.
I'm not one for the big thing, but it works. It works in here, the wallpaper. But it seems as if there's something missing here.
I don't like the mix and match thing.
Very
actually.
nautical, isn't it? The whole house is very boats
but
and
you
things.
see the difference, that bit of colour on the curtains, bit of colour on that wall. I think it gives a bit more appeal.
I think this room needs to be a guest bedroom.
Guest room or a children's room.
Or a children's room.
They're definitely right there. This house is the smallest of the three, with an asking price of £330,000.
Get out of here. No. Really? For a 3-bedroom? Very surprised. Although it's got lovely, lovely spaces downstairs.
It's about right. I would have said that's about right.
I think we have more to offer for the extra £40,000.
So, after a good nosy, John and Lynne were impressed by the tidy conservatory, and Tracey and James have taken tips on curb appeal and the use of colour. And it's their boldly decorated traditional home that's the next stop.
Tracey and James may have the most bedrooms of all the sellers, but Tracey's love of bold and very dark colours may be masking this property's true potential.
I think perhaps the garden could do with a little bit of loving care.
I think it needs a bit of care and attention outside here.
I think the house...
I think it's in need of an exterior redeck.
I think that's a bit of a thumbs down.
You know my views on dark paint.
Yeah,
you know,
what you're
it makes it
saying.
look dark. A lighter colour would open it all up again.
Very
Paintwork?
dark.
Dark, yeah.
Oops, no better inside.
It just hits me as dark.
It's masculine.
Yes, that's probably the thing, yeah.
My
Yeah.
taste would be to lighten it up.
It wouldn't take half a day, would it? And it would be smashing.
Upstairs, this place has 5 bedrooms, the most in the competition.
That's a nice surprise, because I didn't realise this was...
Didn't know it had the
was up
extra
here.
bedrooms.
No.
They are only small rooms, but it's making good use of the space.
The biggest of the 3, this house is on the market at £310,000.
You have the extra space, but I think it needs a lot of money spending on it.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised. Yeah, that's less than I thought it would be.
Yes,
And it's
but
quite a big property.
it needs an awful lot doing to it.
So both couples feel safe and think this house needs a lot of work. Our third and final visit is to John and Lynne's.
John and Lynne's home could be the perfect family house, but the overgrown and enclosed garden is a real letdown.
It's noisy. I mean, this is quite quiet to how it becomes, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You know,
It's a busy main road, yeah.
It is.
Especially in the rush hour.
Yeah.
It's too dark. I'm looking at it, it looks quite small. I don't like the outside of this house.
Ouch. Best get them inside.
Oh, this is much...
This is more like it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Except for the net curtains, because I hate net curtains. This is a beautiful, beautiful living room.
The room's nice and light, isn't it? And I think it's whereas ours lets us down.
I can almost hear the pennies dropping.
Yeah, nice bright conservatory again.
Yeah, I think in terms of the wall, I think I prefer the flat finish rather than the textured finish. In terms of trying to sell the place, if you remove some of the toys and kids stuff and made it more of a sitting room area or a variable area, that may be an asset.
Spot on, Phil. And upstairs?
Yes.
Light, bright
nice
room.
laid out room, isn't it? I don't think it's dated. It's not ultra modern either.
It has a wow factor, but it's not for me. Too enclosed.
Outside, the private garden isn't wowing.
It doesn't feel like there's much space out here. Where would the bouncy castle go if the kids came round?
Mending the fence and trimming up around the top, and that's about enough, isn't it?
And tidying up the leaves.
The slab stones can be cleaned up, they can be jet washed, and it would brighter.
Snoop over. Time to see what the rivals make of the £370,000 price tag.
I think it's a fair price. Although I wasn't keen on the house outside, inside surprised me how big it is.
No, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, the house is perfectly up together. Whether I could live in it, that's different.
So Irene and Phil are clearly convinced theirs is the best, but at least Tracey and James are getting the message about how dark their place is. I'm in Portsmouth helping 3 homeowners compete to win an offer from house hunters Julia and Clive.
We'd like 2 separate
reception
rooms.
So the children have got their own space.
And a large garden. Other than that, we're not really that fussy.
I don't know if you can say that you're not that fussy.
No, maybe I am.
Before Clive and Julia come round, our 3 sellers have been given the chance to snoop round each other's homes.
I certainly believe in our house compared to these 2 now. I'm confident that we can come out on top.
Yes, ours is a little bit more expensive, but I honestly believe it's worth the extra money.
Having seen the other properties, I think we're possibly in the middle.
I think I agree with you, yeah.
Our sellers will each be given £1,000 to make improvements to their homes. They'll have to spend it wisely if they want to stand out and outshine the competition.
I'm hoping they've learnt some tricks after having a snoop at their rivals' homes, and I'm checking with Phil and Irene first.
What do you think this hallway says to people when they come in?
Well, we've done it like this because the hall is quite dark. Then we sort of see other bits and add a bit on. We haven't actually sort of stripped it out and gone for the whole thing.
Right, that's what I would like you to do. What I would like to see happen in this hallway is for everything to be taken out and think about painting it a slightly warmer colour. Continuing the nautical theme, so maybe going down the sort of theme of the sort of driftwood, that kind of soft, you know, a bit like this sort of colour.
What, even going for a grey, a sort of neutral colour?
Yeah. The other comment is the coats.
Where do you put your coats if you don't put them in the hallway?
You put them away in the cupboards that you have.
That's the word I don't like, away.
No, you don't, dear. The thing is, sometimes you need somebody else to tell him. Him.
Most of the time. But overall, you can tackle that. That's not too scary a prospect.
Well, Irene's on board, even if Phil seems resistant. Next, it's the 2nd bedroom, which is having a bit of an identity crisis.
It's a sort of kids' bedroom, stroke guest bedroom, stroke not really sure where we're at with it. For the purposes of selling, make it one thing or the other.
Yeah.
Which one?
Kids' bedroom, definitely, because it still is.
You've got a grandson that stays here. So
and
possibly think about painting this wall at the back, that blue colour, just to tie it in. I mean, I know that you are a great artist, having looked at some of the pieces out there. Maybe think about a canvas. I mean, let your imagination go wild. Keep it as a nautical theme.
I can't wait to get started.
Good on you, Irene. I might need your help in the main bedroom too.
What do you think I'm going to say about this room?
Wallpaper Phil loves.
And what about you? Do you love the wallpaper?
You said yes at the time.
Yeah, but I do, because I want to...
Stay married?
Yeah.
For me, this heavy red patterned wallpaper, I think is very dated. I'm going to say it really quickly. Paint over the wallpaper.
No.
Excellent. You'd be absolutely digging your heels in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can tell your husband is a man that is not going to be moved.
You won't do that?
No.
Phil, come on.
If you're not going down the route of stripping the wallpaper, you need to keep the bed linen neutral.
Yes.
Okay.
There's too much, there's too many patterns going on in here. It's all a bit thrown together. Sorry, Phil, because I know this is
It's evolutionary.
Listen, you've got a beautiful, beautiful house, and I think a few little adjustments and you'll be
Thank
absolutely fine. Do you know, I love this house and I cannot understand why it hasn't had more viewings. I think some of the rooms don't quite match the Cornish seaside theme that they've got going on here. And in order to unify the house, Irene and Phil are going to have to work as a team. I think it's going to be quite interesting.
I think Amanda was brilliant with her suggestions, and I can't wait to get started. What do you think?
Well, no, I think, yeah, 99% of it was very good comment.
Yes, but you're still not going to paint that bedroom, are you? Not likely. But they do head straight off to buy paint for the hallway.
I'll be doing most of the painting, won't I?
Yes, darling.
I will, you know.
If she wants to, Phil, I'd let her.
I like the colour a lot.
The idea, when it was suggested of having a grey there, was, I thought, ridiculous, because it's going to make it cold, but in reality, the bit we've done seems to come over very well. Yeah.
It's gorgeous, and I can't wait to get started.
Good to see some healthy enthusiasm. Next, I'm with Tracey and James, and I'm starting with their curb appeal.
I think you have a very pretty house. What lets it down are the shutters, the tiles on the roof. They could do with a bit of a scrubbing.
Right.
It's a great looking house.
But it's tired.
But it's tired.
Yeah, I get that.
Likewise with the garden, it's quite overgrown.
We haven't, to be honest, had the time, the money or the inclination, if we're fair.
That was easy. Not sure they'll be so relaxed about my suggestions inside.
So your entrance hall, what do you think the other sellers said about it?
Dark.
Yes.
Because both their houses were cream.
I think what you need to do with this is just create the illusion of space, make lots and lots of light, and just throw some light in here, so when people come in, they're met by this big hallway and they go, wow, this looks great.
Yeah.
Paint that an off-white and go for a chalky off-white on the walls, just to throw some light in.
This has been our family home for 15 years. But I've detached myself now because I want to move, and I don't think Jim's quite ready to detach himself.
Yeah.
No, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm okay.
You have to make a decision whether you're going to stay or go, and if you're going, you have to emotionally detach from it. So what do you think I'm going to pick on next?
My lounge.
She's right, you know.
Again, feedback. What do you think the feedback was?
Dark.
Dark?
Dark.
Yeah. So would you say you're not a lover of light colours?
I'm not a lover of boring, but to do it, to get a potential sale of the house, I'm happy to do it.
Yeah. I would be tempted to go down the route of either not having a rug or going for a very natural woven, like a core or a seagrass or... you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just by getting a light coloured throw over there and some bright coloured cushions or lighter cushions, that will instantly lighten that up.
I'm not saying I'll be beige in my next house.
You can fill your boots in your next house, you can paint it 50 shades of brown, you can do whatever you want, but in this house you need to attract buyers.
Yeah.
Now, the way I see it, we're battling two issues here. One is Tracey, who is an incredibly strong woman with a love of strong colours, and the other is James, who I don't think has emotionally let go of this house yet. They've got some fantastic original features in there, but they have to let the light in if they've got any chance of selling it.
Yeah, the points that Amanda made weren't a surprise.
We seriously haven't got the time to do it ourselves, so a lot of the budget is going to be taken up by someone else doing it.
Glad to see they're up for it. And while they're in the mood, I want to show them a bit of tech that can help with colour inspiration.
I don't know about you, but whenever I've decided to change a colour, I go out and spend a fortune on tester pots. Modern technology is a wonderful thing. And the great thing about this is that you can see big blocks of colour on your wall. These are your sort of colours, aren't they? These sort of browns and browns and browns. These are the colours that I'm talking about. And you can, say, for example, pick that one and then put it against the wall. So it's only a shade or two lighter than that, but it instantly, I think, is much better and will brighten that part of the room up. Lighten it up a few shades and just make the whole room feel much brighter.
Tracey kicks off by taking daughter Hayley to choose those new brighter paints, and it's just as well Hayley's there.
I like that.
You're not allowed that one. You're only allowed them ones up there.
I want,
no dark
I want
Mum. No.
I'm going to have to go light, because Amanda says so. I quite like that one for all the walls.
I think she's got it.
And I'm allowed to go just a little bit darker for my chimney breast.
As long as it's only a little bit.
I've chosen colours called Hollyhock and Hammock, which are very nice, light colours, and I'm sure Amanda will approve.
I detect some gritted teeth, but I do approve. My third and final visit is to John and Lynne's.
Where do you think you stand in the competition?
Well, we're conscious that we are the most expensive, but if I was looking at all three homes with a view to buy, this is the one that I would buy.
Down to me then to shed some light.
What you have here at the moment is, like I would say, a very Mediterranean garden. It's quite low maintenance, you know, so for someone that doesn't like gardening,
Dodgy
this is
back,
an ideal
I can't
house.
do it.
However, some of the other sellers, when they looked at it, said that they felt it was quite enclosed and quite overgrown in parts.
Yes, of course, we do need the trees trimmed. We do need it pulling back. But I like, personally, I like the seclusion and the privacy of this garden.
Absolutely.
South-facing garden. In the summer, it is absolutely fantastic.
Blissful. I would suggest getting a gardener in, but just to trim it up. Yeah. The other thing that I would suggest doing is to jet wash those, because they're a death trap. I nearly went over on those because they've got all mossy.
We have one and we do it,
Yeah, brilliant. Hire it and, well, get it out. Get it out, so to speak.
Right, garden done. I wonder if they'll realise what's wrong with the conservatory.
So, your conservatory, how do you guys feel about it?
Well, it's probably not as we'd like it because we've got the grandchildren.
This is really a functional room for them.
Yeah. It would be great to see all the toys out and you reclaim this as a grown-up space. One of the things that some of the other sellers picked up on was the textured wall. Yeah. Like, you look at that area there, where it's bowed, and this bit here, and you will instantly think there's something wrong.
Totally agree.
It would be great to get this off and get it re-skimmed and sort out the problem. With regards to colour, could go down the route of the kind of the soft sage green on this wall, which would tie in with the greenery that you've got out in the garden. And then you could dress that area where your sofa is, make it just feel like an area that grown-ups can relax in. It's a beautiful space, but it will just need sort of... That's probably where the majority of your budget will go on sorting this out and getting the roof fixed.
Yeah, OK.
John and Lynne have worked really hard to create a very happy family home. However, it has been on the market for 2 years, so something isn't working. Granted, it's a very distinctive style, and I do feel that some of the areas could do with sprucing up, particularly the garden and the conservatory. So hopefully, now I've managed to get John on my side, we can be full steam ahead.
I mean, these are things that we have planned anyway. The garden, we would have that done in time.
The sun lounge. Amanda was right that we have got a bit of a mismatch. We have pandered, if you like, to the grandchildren.
It straddles two functions, doesn't it?
So maybe it will be nice to reclaim that.
Yep, sorry kids, but I'm evicting you. And before I leave, I've got a few props to inspire John and Lynne.
So, guys, I want to give you an idea of what you can achieve in this room. Just to give you an idea, you may be talking about sort of doing the sort of green on the walls. I'm thinking that sort of colour. Now, throws can be fantastic, and you can play around with this. You know, get yourself to a good department store and buy some throws. What you want to create out here is a relaxing, warm, let's snuggle up here with the Sunday papers environment. Soft basket there, maybe full of some magazines.
Toys.
That's going to go there, right?
And out here, because it is, you say it's an asset, but it's also like a bit of a fun room.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we can sort of...
Play around with it.
Play outside the box a little bit. And that, you know, this is probably the right place to do it.
Before they can get the materials to do over the conservatory, John and Lynne get to grips with the garden.
To have the trees trimmed back and to have the tops taken down to a certain level, still maintaining the seclusion and privacy, but tidying it up a bit.
Next, it's jet washing the patio, and John is in his element.
I suppose the fun bit is, you know, they say boys and their toys. All this is a souped-up water pistol, and we all like playing games, don't we?
Knock yourself out, John. After snooping around each other's homes, my 3 homeowners are now busy with their makeovers, hoping to get an offer from buyers Clive and Julia.
Our jobs can both be quite demanding and stressful, so it's nice to come home and have somewhere that's nice to relax, calm and quiet.
At John and Lynne's, work started on that tired-looking conservatory.
I never knew, or I didn't remember, that we'd had green in here in the first place.
I hope you like it, Lynne. It's coming back. And speaking of green, something's making John feel a bit ill as he tackles the overgrown garden.
I think we've blown the budget already. Well, the majority of money, of course, is going on the conservatory. Soft furnishings, I would imagine we're currently about £100 over budget.
Poor John is finding this all a little bit stressful. He doesn't like mess at all.
I'm confident about the maker. I'm confident that it is going to improve the property. But I hate the mess and I hate the stress, and you're all lovely people, but I wish you'd get out of my house.
Charming, but I'm sticking around till the job's done. Over at James and Tracey's house, as well as sorting the dark decor inside, James is tackling the scruffy exterior.
Amanda said the shutters looked a bit tired, needed a bit of love. So I'm just going to go and give it a little kiss on the cheek.
James starts by puckering up with a wire brush. And then, after a good scrub, the shutters are given a fresh coat of paint.
So, yeah, quite pleased with where it's going. Weather's held off, so I'm happy.
James finishes off by jet washing the moss-covered tiles. Tidying up the small details outside will really help create a good impression for the rest of the house.
Washing off, it seems to be doing the trick. Looks a lot brighter, so I'll carry on, finish it.
Inside, Tracey has spent £150 on paint to cover up those dark colours, and she's roped in her children, James and Hayley, to help.
It wouldn't be a colour I would pick. It's quite boring.
It is very boring, but I think it's going to be nice and clean and bright.
Yeah.
Well said, Hayley. Over at Irene and Phil's nautically themed house, Phil is busy sorting out the confused second bedroom. They've used a roll of old wallpaper to pick out the seaside colour for the back wall.
I'm really glad we kept it now. I didn't think there was any need for it. But they managed to match it up very effectively.
We actually had this colour originally.
And then we thought we'd change it to a nice neutral colour.
Well, neutral's out and colour's in.
You never let me have the whole tin, do you?
No, I can't trust you with all of it. That's my little bit of power, isn't it?
Is it?
And Irene finds another use for that old wallpaper. Cutouts to decorate the kids' lampshades.
I think this is going to be a slightly crooked lighthouse, but the weather's been bad recently. The lampshades are so plain that they just needed a little bit of decoration. That looks different and it's a lot more interesting.
This is a great way of carrying the theme throughout the bedroom and updating old furniture. It's best to use PVA glue to make sure they don't fall off anytime soon. Once all stuck on, use a fire retardant spray for safety. Back at John and Lynne's family home, the conservatory has been replastered and decorator Lee is giving it a lick of paint.
That's it, that's the second coat.
For a total cost of £250, John is pretty pleased with the results.
I like it, and it picked up on exactly on the colour on the cushion that Amanda picked out for us. So, you know, we've done what she said, thank you very much indeed. It doesn't enclose the room, that's the thing I don't like with dark colours.
And there's no sign of dark colours anymore at Tracey's either.
Because everything else is now going to be white. I've got a white rug going in here, I've got a white rug in there, I've got white curtains, white, everything's white. So I think I can still have my little bit of wood. Amanda will tell me off, but never mind.
OK, Tracey, I'll let you have the banisters. Over at Phil and Irene's, they've almost finished sorting the nautical theme in the bedroom, so now it's on to the hallway.
I love the colour. It looks really good. I'm thrilled to bits with it. I'll give him an hour and he should have finished.
But Irene just can't resist chipping in.
In there, hun?
Don't you start?
No,
I'll do that.
You haven't got your specs on there, have you?
I don't need them for that.
Sadly, Phil, she just can't help herself.
We work as a good team, really, don't we?
We do.
Especially when you're in charge, Irene. Phil retreats to the garage where he's got more creative plans for his paintbrush.
To continue the nautical theme in the boys' bedroom, I'm making up a bit of artwork which will hang on the wall over the bed. I hope will look quite decorative and nautical.
Nice to have a bit of peace and quiet, eh, Phil? With work almost finished and slightly over budget, John's getting creative in the conservatory, painting a vase to match the new colour scheme.
Well, there you go, look. 3 or 4 minutes, and I think it's a masterpiece.
While Lynn adds a few final touches.
I like it, yeah, it's very nice. I like the colour, and I think it all works quite nicely, yeah. Yes, it's nice to have our own space again, yes, it's lovely.
The conservatory was half playroom, half day room, with water damage to the rough Artex walls. Now it's a much clearer, greener space looking out onto their lush garden.
Wow! What a modern, contemporary look. It is beautiful. But just having it replastered and painted in that, it's a lovely colour as well.
It's a nice colour, yeah.
Jurassic stone, they call that.
Beautiful. Because you've added the touches with the hydrangeas and the cushions, it now feels like...
It's all part of the garden.
Yeah.
Their garden was overgrown and in a state of disrepair. Now with the trees cut back, it feels more open and inviting.
What did they do, about 3, 4 foot?
About 3 foot, I think.
Incredible. How have you found the whole process as a whole? I mean, I know any renovation work is always quite stressful, isn't it? But have you enjoyed the experience?
I hate people in my house. I like people that I invite
Well,
and I
yeah,
can
but
entertain.
you know what? now you've got it looking like this. Even though you hate people in your house, you better brace yourself because I think you're going to get lots more viewings now. So,
Lovely.
yes.
Superb.
Good luck with
Superb.
it, my lovely.
Thank you.
At James and Tracy's, the brightening up of the dark decor is done.
Yeah, the hallway looks, you know, big and open and clean. I've accepted that's the way it is.
And Tracy adds a few final light, bright touches.
I've just put down my new rug, and when I first put it down, I was thinking, oh no, it's too small. But actually now it is down and it's in the middle of the room rather than against the fireplace. I think it's fine. It'll do the job.
The outside of the house was looking a bit shabby and tired, but now after pruning, a lick of paint and a scrub up, it's much more appealing.
Gold stars for both of you, I have to say, because everything that I suggested you've done. The shutters have been painted, haven't they?
Yep.
Did you scrub this with a brush or did you jet wash it?
No, I jet washed those.
And trimmed everything back?
Trimmed everything back. I painted it with the bitumen, all the lead flashing and the top of the porch that you recommended.
It looks good. Looks really good. Can we get inside?
Good.
Please. Let's go.
Inside, the entrance hall was dark and oppressive. Now, with lighter walls, furnishings and a mirror, it's a much brighter and more welcoming space.
This, straight away, it feels twice as wide.
Yeah.
Much brighter, isn't it?
How many layers of paint did you have to do?
Enough.
3. It looks great, though.
Their lounge was dark and gloomy. Now the new paint job has lifted the room.
Am I allowed to tread on the rug? Do I have to levitate?
Come round. Come round.
Like this. Don't go on the rug. Okay, I'll stand here. What an incredible transformation. It instantly makes the whole of your downstairs feel that much bigger. You've just gone a slightly darker shade on here, but it's still a nice warm neutral shade. Has it felt quite strange for you to choose a colour palette that you're not comfortable with? Because you like your dark colours, don't you?
Yes, it's been very strange for me. And when we were picking the paint, I was like, oh, I like that side, but Amanda says I have to go that side.
What do you think of it?
To be honest, I'm falling back in love with my house.
No, you're not. No,
Honestly.
you're not allowed.
I think it's a great house.
No,
I
it
really
is a
do.
lovely house, but we're not going to live here anymore.
Back at Phil and Irene's, the wallpaper in the bedroom may be staying, but the bed linen and curtains are going.
At this moment in time, I'm quite pleased with the way it seems to be panning out. I think it goes beautifully with my wallpaper.
And last job is redressing the decorated hallway.
Well, I'm still not convinced of the colour in the hall.
I love it.
So, situation normal, really.
Still have a thing about the wallpaper in the bedroom.
I love that.
You win some, you lose some. Irene and Phil's hallway was quite cold and cluttered. Now, with a fresh coat of off-grey, it's added a warmer tone and cleaner lines.
What a difference.
It is, isn't it? It makes the hall look a lot bigger.
I love that mirror.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Continuing the nautical theme.
Yeah.
Yes.
The colour has worked really well, hasn't it?
It has, really well.
Yes, it has, yeah.
You're going to use this colour when you move to your house in Cornwall?
No, we're going to go back to the one we had.
No, we're not. We are not.
Goodness, there's no changing some people. Their spare room was neither guest room nor kids' space. By spending just over £300 to add some playful touches and a child's theme throughout, it's now a charming space.
Oh, it is so sweet.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
I have to say I couldn't have done the bed better myself.
Oh, thank you.
Somebody's really enjoyed this.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's been great fun. Yeah.
And I understand you've been responsible for the artwork.
Oh, yes, can you see?
Yeah. Is this the room that you're most proud of?
Yes, definitely.
Next door, the main bedroom was full of clashing patterns. But now, after adding some muted soft furnishings, the wallpaper doesn't look that bad at all.
The difference in your bedroom, just by changing the bed linen...
And the curtains.
And the
Yeah,
curtains.
yeah.
I've never been a big fan of that bold wallpaper, but you don't walk in there now and go, whoa!
So you would accept that I was probably right to keep it?
No, I won't accept the...
No,
I'd
wow.
never accept it.
No.
But I will accept that by making the changes that you've made in there, it makes it less...
More acceptable.
More acceptable.
With your advice.
Do you think now the changes that you have made will help to sell the house?
Yeah, I think it's more saleable, yeah.
It
I mean,
is.
it's more attractive, as you say, decluttered, it's got a theme to it, so it's improved the situation, yeah.
I'm on the south coast preparing to show our buyers Julia and Clive around 3 properties. And with their makeovers done and dusted, the sellers are ready for their homes to go under scrutiny. Irene and Phil have brought their house up to date with creativity, warm colours and subtle tones.
I think we've improved our chances of selling the house by what we've done. Anybody that comes in will like it, I'm sure, but whether or not they'll make an offer, that's the unknown.
John and Lynne have updated their house to a clean, modern, contemporary family home.
I'd like to think anybody coming in here, if it's in their price bracket, if they have the funding, then frankly, this is the house they would buy, because certainly I would.
Well, here's hoping. And Tracey and James have replaced the dark colours with bright and inviting.
And hopefully the changes we've made to, open it up and brighten it up.
Well, now it's time for buyers Julia and Clive to cast their vote, and the first house is Tracey and James's.
What do you think?
We've actually seen this one before because it met our criteria, and it was very dark inside, very dingy.
But it's got a lot of space and a lot of potential. So should we get inside and have a look?
Yeah.
Maybe the now lighter and brighter sitting room will change their minds.
So it's changed a bit. Does it feel different than the last time you saw it?
I think
It feels a bit fresher. It has got a lot of room. It is a good size. I still feel that...
You've not got that feeling?
No.
They're not feeling it. Last chance in the bedrooms.
So this would be... Well, all the bedrooms up here are good sizes. I know you'd have to do some work to it. Is it doing anything at all for you?
It's a nice size room.
Just doesn't feel right?
Doesn't feel like home.
OK. So it's on at 310,000. Even at that price, it's still...
I think even with the price, even if it was a bit lower or a bit higher, it wouldn't make a difference, no.
Can't win them all, as they say. Let's move on to the next one. After you two.
Think this place is out, but there's still 2 more to come. Next is Phil and Irene's.
I like to call this house the boat house, for obvious reasons. There's a boat in the garden.
We looked at this one on the website and
Right.
we've wanted to view this one. It's lovely.
Should we get in? Shall I put you out your misery and show you inside? Let's see if inside matches outside. Come on. Come on through, my lovelies. Here you go. Let's see what you think of this little gem. So here's your hallway. Initial feelings?
It's got a lovely feel to it already.
Yeah.
Instantly walking in.
So the made-over halls hit the spot, and there's still those 2 reception rooms to come. One for the kids and...
And I've designated this room for you two. So it's quite open plan. What do you think?
I'm lost for words.
Really?
It's just got a lovely feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although the plan was buy a bigger house so the kids to stay with us and then downsize when they leave.
Right, OK. Which
But
this...
it might not be a downsize, this might be a keeper.
Well, let's go upstairs and see if the good vibes continue. Come on up.
Blimey, they're already talking forever home. And it's the loud to toned down master bedroom I'm showing them next.
So you've got 3 bedrooms, 2 are this size, and then 1 is slightly smaller.
This is good size.
Exact size that we need, really.
Yeah.
One of them is smaller. The one there is the guest bedroom stroke grandchild's room.
From what I can see, that one can be altered slightly to gain a bit of space back from that.
Okay.
Certainly feels like a family home.
Now, you've looked at this online, so you know how much it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
330,000.
330, yeah. I think this house could be valued slightly less, but I think the location's pushing it up.
It is
I
about
think that's what's doing it.
Well, looks like Julia and Clive are falling for this house, but I still have John and Lynne's to go.
So a very different concept from the other 2 properties.
I quite like the fact that that's there, because it means that no one's going to be building...
Yeah, and if ever you knocked a church down, you'd go to hell.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I think that's always going to stay put. Should we go inside and have a look? Yeah. Come on, then. It's kitchen, dining area, and this is your main lounge.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. It's got a roomy feel, nice roomy feel.
There's a conservatory through that wall.
So that gives us another separate reception over the side.
But I think it's lovely, so you do have a separate space.
Onto the garden.
Would your once-a-year firework extravaganza put you off buying a house?
I'd have to sack it off for the right house, wouldn't I?
Would you? I mean, seriously,
I'd have to.
I think even though you've got lots of neighbours, because of the hedging, it does feel very private.
Yeah.
Would you like to see upstairs?
Yeah.
Yes, lovely.
Come and show you upstairs.
It's bright, airy.
Feels very
warm.
fresh.
Yeah, fresh.
How much do you think this one is worth?
I reckon this is the top end of the 3. I'm going to say 3, 4, 5.
Okay. And it's 370. Does that alter what you think?
Yeah, it's a massive...
Yeah, it's a
from the
big jump
last
from
one,
what you
it's
thought.
like a £40,000
Yeah.
difference from the last one, so...
Something to ponder. So they've seen all 3, but with Phil and Irene's a clear winner, I'm sending them back to get a feel for it on their own.
It still feels really nice and homely.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what it is about it, but I think I can see there's a lot of potential. Coming back for a second time, I'm not, you know, I'm still really liking it.
Yeah. I think we're going to put an offer in.
Oh, sounds like I might be needed to help strike a deal.
It's on at 3:30.
We want to start at 3:10 and work from there.
Okay. Shall I make the call? Hi, Stuart. It's Amanda Lamb. How are you? Good, good. Yes, very well, thank you. I am with my buyers, Clive and Julia, and we would like to make an offer on the house. We would like to offer £310,000. Wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. He's going to call the vendor and get back to us. While we've been doing the search, you've had an offer accepted on your house.
Yeah.
Cash buyer, ready to go.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys need to move fast then, don't you?
Yep.
Are you ready for this? Hello? Hi, Rob. How are you? Any news? And they won't move on that at all? Would they, do you think they would be, there is any room for negotiation at all? I'm with them at the moment. They would like to up the offer to $315,000. Much appreciated. Bye-bye. Well, we'll see when he comes back and see what he says. Well, here we go. Let's see what is occurring. Hello. Hey, Rob, here again. How are you? They're going to hold out. That's okay. They're holding out for the full asking price. Yeah, if they change their mind, do let us know, won't you? Because it's a beautiful house, and I know that Clive and Julia are very, very keen on it, but at the right price. Thanks, Rob. Much appreciated. You too. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye. They're holding out, and yeah, I'm sorry that we couldn't get that to work, but you never know. Watch this space. Good luck with it.
Sadly, with both sides sticking to their guns, Clive and Julia haven't pursued their bid for Irene and Phil's house.
Well, we're pleased we got an offer. I mean, the shame of it is that it's at a level we can't, because of our own circumstances, accept. It's good to have, somebody wants to buy the place at that level,
And all the hard work has paid off, really, I think.
Yeah.
Although Clive and Julia didn't pick the other 2, there is good news. A couple of weeks later, James and Tracey have accepted an offer just £10,000 under their asking price.
I feel absolutely great about it. It's fabulous. We've had a sale on the property now after it's been on the market for so long, and I can't wait to move onto our next bit of our life, really.
And John and Lynne have also accepted an offer.
Yeah, I'm really pleased it's sold now. Really looking forward to see what comes next and what we do next.
When selling your house, it's vital to check out what else is on the market so you can stay ahead of the competition.
I would prefer my house over both of the houses I've seen today.
So I'm giving 3 homeowners the chance to do just that by snooping around each other's properties.
This house needs SOS help.
Who'd have a fish tank in your kitchen?
Once they've seen the competition, they'll make changes to their house in the hope of attracting a buyer. This is very big. It's good, isn't it? Yes. What are you thinking?
No.
Today, there's a mountain of mess to clear.
Makes me feel better about my house.
People will not see past the clutter.
And I serve an eviction notice.
This is effectively one giant rabbit hutch.
But which house will our buyers like the best?
You don't like it, do you?
No.
Oh, wow. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Today, I'm in Waterlooville in Hampshire, helping 3 homeowners who are all hoping to sell their houses to buyers Amanda and Ian. They're hunting for their first home together with their 2 children, and with property prices up nearly a third over the past 5 years, it's not the easiest of places to buy.
So, guys, tell me in a nutshell what you're looking for.
Minimum 4-bedroom house.
Right.
Preferably main bedroom with an ensuite.
Right.
And my preference is double garage.
Okay.
And lots of parking.
Such a bloke thing that I want places to put my cars. You've just had a baby as well, haven't you?
Yes,
Congratulations. Thank you. so I guess bedroom space is important, but I guess family living space is also quite important, isn't it?
We've got quite a big kitchen at the moment, haven't we? So we spend an awful lot of time as a family in there, and we socialise quite a lot. But it's important to have our own space as well.
Do you have that gut instinct when you go into a house that you think, oh, actually, this could be it?
You do.
Oh, I do, don't I? Yeah.
That's such a girl thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah. We've walked into some houses, haven't we? And I've got as far as the hallway and gone, I don't want to live here.
We'll be fine. This is going to be a walk in the park.
For their first home together, Amanda and Ian have a budget of £370,000. I found 3 homeowners with properties that are right up Ian and Amanda's street, but there is room for improvement with all 3. First, we have teacher Don and his wife Barbie. After many happy years in their 4-bed detached house, they're looking for more space for their 3 children, Don's 2 children from a previous marriage, and their grandchildren.
I do think that, to be honest, a first impression coming in here might be that we have got a lot of stuff. But I think if somebody's coming in here serious about buying a property, they will be able to look beyond that.
Not only that, they'll also need to look beyond Don and Barbie's very personal style in decorating.
We're quite traditional. We tend to agree on what we like and don't like.
We don't go for the bright oranges and the purples, bright purples. But then we do like colour. We just need that right person to walk in the front door and see what a wonderful place this is.
So it's a full family home with the 4 bedrooms and the large kitchen that Ian and Amanda are looking for. It's the cheapest of the 3 at £309,950. Our next seller's a kitchen fitter, Mike, and his wife Bethan, who's a nurse. They've kept the decor in their 4-bed detached house deliberately low-key.
It's a really pretty house from the outside. It's kind of chocolate box type house. It's very neutral, our house.
It's got plenty of space. The one drawback is the garden's quite small. It's a modern house, so you're lucky to get a big garden.
Inside, there's plenty of room for their family and 2 rabbits. Yep, 2 rabbits.
We've got 2 house rabbits that initially were quite contained, but have now taken over one entire room of the house, and that's something that we recognise is probably an issue, and I think the main focus is going to be the rabbits' room. We need it to be immaculate, really.
Mike and Bethan's low-key home has a good-sized kitchen diner and a garage, which should satisfy buyer Ian. It's on at £360,000. Our final seller is accountant Rachel and her boyfriend Matt. During the 10 years she's lived in her 4-bed detached house, she's extended out and up.
Love this house because there's so much room. Over the time, I've doubled the size, put a loft conversion.
The house has been on the market for a year, but Rachel hasn't had a single viewing. She fears it may be down to a few areas that have got a little out of control.
My life is quite hectic, obviously, with 2 children, run my own business. So keeping a house up together is always on the back burner, really.
I'm really keen to get this house sold because I'd like us to get a house where I can put my mark on it and we can maybe, you know, hopefully move in together.
Rachel's 4-bed disorganised detached house has the space that buyers Ian and Amanda are after, including a large open-plan living area and good-sized loft room. It's priced at just under £350,000. So it's Don and Barbie in their full family 4-bed, Rachel and her disorganised detached house, and Mike and Bethan and their rabbits in their low-key modern home. Before I show them to Amanda and Ian, the sellers get to snoop around each other's properties to work out what changes they need to make to their own homes. The first house to be sussed out by the opposition is Don and Barbie's. Don and Barbie's property feels like a wonderful, happy home, and they've worked hard to create a space that works for them. But the decor and layout may mean that potential buyers are struggling to reimagine the house for themselves.
There's nothing special about it, but it's a nice house.
Yeah, it doesn't jump out at you as you go past it, I don't think.
It's got the driveway, looks nice from the outside.
It's looking promising. How about inside?
It's
cramped.
Cramped, yeah.
Too much, I think, for this room, definitely.
I didn't really get a nice feeling as I walked in.
Well, it's people's taste, isn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously this is what this family like. They'll probably go into our lounge and think, God, this is just
empty,
beige and boring and no sense of personality.
Onto the conservatory.
Very nice, very nice.
I'm not keen on orange, but that's, you know, that's their taste, isn't it? So,
I'd say it was more peach.
I think it's the paint would be the first thing that I would change. Just more natural colours, I think.
Ooh, you surprised me, Bethan. Scared of colour? Surely not.
Whoa, tunnel vision.
It's just long and thin. You've got no space.
I guess they've made the most of the space they've got, but I feel quite claustrophobic in here. I wouldn't be drawn to buy a house with a bedroom like this, I don't think.
This house is the cheapest of the 3 at £309,950.
I think that's pretty well priced, I think.
I wonder if ours is maybe on for a bit much now. If this is on, I don't know.
The difference between my house and this house, the price reflects it. So, yeah, I think it's a fair price.
So, after a good look around, neither set of rivals seem worried by this house. Let's just hope they're not getting complacent. Next, it's Mike and Bethan's house. Mike and Bethan have got a flawless family home, but upstairs, those bare walls could do with an injection of colour and life to make them really stand out. And there is a certain rabbit room that most buyers can't forget.
It's nice room, but too white for my liking.
Nice and light room, isn't it?
It's a nice size.
Let's hop across the hall.
Oh, wow.
Handy little space, isn't it? You could have music and a desk in here and a rabbit.
I think the thing that would put people off is worrying if they can get the smell out of the room, because I know animal smells can linger.
They're right, furry friends can be hair-raising.
This is a nice size
Very nice.
master bedroom. Yep.
Not enough colour again.
It's
All
an
I'm going to remember is every room's white.
Blank canvas is one thing, but you're starting to go towards not having enough character to be memorable enough.
Yeah.
There's a very fine line.
And the muted colour scheme continues into the bathroom.
Not a fan, and once again, just too white.
I don't like carpets in bathrooms.
Needs a bit more character, though, doesn't it?
This is white rather than magnolia.
The neutral decor is leaving our rivals cold, though Rachel is taking tips from the lack of clutter.
I think with a house being tidy, it does show what space there is. You know, if someone walked into our loft, you know, some people see potential, some people won't.
This house is the most expensive of the 3, on the market for £360,000.
That seems quite a lot.
I do think it's overpriced, so I think it should be on for a little bit less.
I think they're going to struggle with that one, personally.
So, although both couples think this house is overpriced, the tidy presentation has forced Rachel to think about the mess back home. And it's her place that's up for a snoop last. This house ticks all the boxes. It's got a huge garden, a fantastic light conservatory and a loft conversion, but its awkward use of space and chaotic clutter could be putting potential buyers off. Let's start in the lounge.
I love the shape of the lounge.
It's a real family house, isn't it?
Yeah, this is really usable. Decoration, not massively to my taste.
Everyone seems to have a feature wall.
If I don't look at that wall and I just look at the rest, I can imagine more my own things in here rather than kind of the overwhelming decor that somebody else might choose.
They've got less stuff than us, so, you know, it looks more of an open space because of that. And I think I would try and make more of that space.
This is a really lovely conservatory.
Yeah, you walk in here and all of a sudden it's really bright and airy, whereas just back 5 steps away it was a bit dark and dingy. And
nice and light and airy.
It's that wallpaper again. I would change that.
The decor's putting off the rivals downstairs, but upstairs there's a different problem.
This is a really messy room. Makes me feel better about my house.
I mean, what this says to me is that there is nowhere to put this stuff, so so storage is a real issue in this house.
It's quite a small room. If they could get some suitcases to put the clothes in, then you'd be able to get in the room to look at it better.
Yeah.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, see, again, this is amazing, and they just need to tidy up a bit.
I like the use of space, but
very imaginative.
You need small people.
Time to reveal the asking price of £349,950.
It makes me think that our house is about right, although we have a lot less land. I think it's a better layout.
I think it's a little overpriced for that sort of money. You'd want to walk into a place that was ready to work straight away rather than having to spend even any money on it.
Again, neither set of rivals seem to feel threatened, but Don and Barbie have realised how off-putting clutter can be. I'm helping buyers Amanda and Ian, who are looking for a home where they can bring up their baby girl.
5 months ago, Amelia was born. We decided, obviously, from then, just want to expand a bit and have our own place together. I need more parking spaces and a garage.
Our sellers have snooped around their rivals' homes, and now with my help, they'll try to get ahead of the competition.
I think ours is better value for money than either of the other 2 properties.
I'm quietly confident in as much as I think the houses as they are, I would prefer mine.
Once we've cleared the clutter, hopefully taken on board what Amanda has to say.
We're going to win. We're going to win. They should just give up now.
So our sellers have now seen what they're up against, and they've got 1 week and £1,000 to make over their homes and win this competition. And I'm going to give each of them advice on how best to spend their cash, starting at Rachel's house. What did you learn from looking at the other 2 properties?
That we have much more space here.
Our house is, with the space we've got, we haven't used it as well as we should.
Yes.
I think that's one of the major issues, but...
Most parents want a defined space that they can shut the door on all the mess. Whereas here, you can't shut the door on it.
No.
It would work so much better as if you switch it around. If you have that room down the end there as a children's playroom and set this one up as a dining area.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it'd save money on electricity.
How can we?
Because every time we're in that room, we have to have the lights on.
Right.
So we won't have to have the lights on anymore, yeah?
And if you look at your flooring, for example, you've got that beautiful laminate flooring there, then the carpet, then the tiles, so it all feels a little bit disjointed. One of the things I would suggest doing is continuing the laminate flooring in the living room.
Don't like my wallpaper.
The thing is with things like this is that it's a very distinctive style. It would be nice to have both walls painted in a very soft grey.
Okay.
You want to keep it fresh, but don't make it look too cold.
Yeah, no, I can see that being an issue, so I'm happy to change it.
That was a good start, but upstairs I've got a few home truths that may be harder to hear. What is going on here and here?
These are all, like, stuff they don't use anymore, the children, and I'm selling it.
For the purposes of selling the house, you have to get this cleared. Yep. People will not see past the clutter. And there's more mess in the loft. Can you see it now? Imagine if you had a buyer or somebody came to look at it tomorrow and just said, actually, it's a great house, but I'm not buying it because it's so messy.
Yeah, I'd be devastated.
You have a week now, and then I'm going to come back with a buyer. Get moving with it, seriously. I cannot for the life of me understand why they haven't had a single viewer through the door in a whole year. I think they've got a fantastic house. It's really big and it's got bags of potential. But if they want to sell it, they have to tackle that mess, because if they don't, it's going to be on the market for a very long time. Rachel and Matt use the conservatory as the kids' area, while the dining room is over at the front of the house. I've got a bit of tech to help them visualise my idea to swap the areas round. So guys, before you start moving all of your furniture around, I just wanted to show you an app that I found that I think is fantastic, because what you can do is you can plan your layout and check that it works and check that it flows before you have to start lugging huge pool tables from one space to another. So this is your house as it currently stands. And then, so this is now your playroom, but the way that we've designed this is the pool table moves into there, there's your kitchen, there's the living room, and this is now your very grown-up dining room stroke conservatory. Does it help to see what it could look like before you actually have to start rolling up the sleeves, so to speak?
Yeah, brilliant though. Yeah, definitely.
I think it's good, because you wouldn't want to do all that work
No.
and then, like, suddenly that doesn't fit. So
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, no, that's great. Thank you.
Before they start moving things around downstairs, they set their sights on sorting things out upstairs.
We've got a charity bag, a keep and still sell bag, and a bin bag.
Another real what was we thinking bag.
Keep focused, guys.
It don't really work, if I'm honest. Just makes you feel a bit dopey.
Less clowning and a bit more clearing, Matt.
That's 4 bin liners of charity. That's without putting all these puzzles in.
Finally, some space.
It's amazing to be able to just get in here, and I think when you got buyers walking around now, they can see, what this room can be used for, whether it's a gym, a nursery, they can see the space in here.
Next time at Mike and Bethan's low-key house. Bethan's out at work, leaving kitchen and bathroom fitter Mike to work from home, on his own home. So you had a look at the other 2 properties. What did you learn from your experience?
It was really interesting. We've got a really quite minimalist house.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of our print on this, and maybe we need to put a little bit of a stamp on it.
Yay, the penny has dropped. A lot of the time is people tend to neglect hallways and landings as well, but it's the first thing that people see when they come in.
Obviously.
You walk in here and you are immediately hit with a lot of magnolia, beige, white. So you're thinking about changing the colour in here.
We've actually got some paint. I forget which one of these it is.
I like that one.
Yeah.
So something along this line, it's a nice soft colour, I think would work really well.
Okay.
This area here, get rid of this completely and put a radiator cover down there.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Did you say you've got friends that are painters?
I've got a lot of friends in the business, yeah.
Excellent, always useful. Speaking of friends, we need to address what we're going to do with these little darlings. This is effectively one giant rabbit hutch. Is there anywhere that you can put the rabbits?
We can try and find
something
somebody we know.
If you're appealing to families, this is a brilliant room to put all the kids' stuff in.
We thought just the stuff they play with on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So it's their room.
This
Yeah.
room will lose you a potential
It was the
buyer.
one thing that we got from looking at the other houses is that we just forgotten about it.
Clear out the bunnies, give it a clean, make it a playroom.
Okay.
Stroke your office.
Yeah, well, the wife would love that, so.
Excellent. Sorry, bunnies, but we've got a house to sell. The bathroom's next. It's very bland in here. I would like to see something along the lines of possibly some colour in here. Paint it a colour. The other thing is carpet.
Well, Bethan would love me to get rid of the carpet as
Please
well.
get rid of the carpet. It's a very dated thing to have carpet in a bathroom. Good lino down on here. Much, much better than carpet.
Yeah.
But all in all, is it something you feel you can tackle?
I can do all that easy.
Easy,
I can
easily.
certainly find someone who can.
Mike and Bethan have created a lovely family home here, or at least parts of it are lovely. The rabbit room really needs addressing because it would put any potential buyer off. And if they could just inject a bit of warmth and colour into some of the other rooms, I'm confident they will bag themselves a buyer. And one thing they absolutely must do is get rid of that carpet in the bathroom. So before I go, I've got a few lino samples to convince Mike with. You do this for a living, don't you?
I'm trying to fit lino, I think it's a bit cheap.
For a lot of people, they have that
thing in their head about lino that it isn't going to look nice, that it is going to look cheap. I think it's come on leaps and bounds. Pick one of these colours, paint the walls like that, and then put this one down on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, this would take you, how long would it take you to lay this?
Half an hour.
Yes. I'm assuming labour's going to be very cheap.
No, it's expensive around here, actually.
Having finished work and been briefed by Mike on my ideas, Bethan heads off to buy some colourful paint for the bathroom.
I'm not brilliant at choosing colours, which is why my entire house is beige and white, so I'm trying to be a bit braver. Just found a tester pot now for the paints that I think I like. This is what I had in mind, and see, that blends quite nicely with neutral tones, so still a little bit of me in there.
Back home, daughter Jenna helps to try them out.
OK, so do the same again, but just do it here. Oh, it's even darker.
Can I feel if it's dry?
It's not dry
That
yet.
one?
It'll probably take a couple of hours to dry. Well, that will help. That should speed things up.
We've gone from Bethan the bland to Bethan the bold.
Do you think they're too purple and too dark?
Well, I kind of like that one, but
The purple one.
on that one.
Yeah, it is a bit like black. That's what I think. It's almost verging on gothic. Yeah, so it's back to the drawing board a little bit, so we'll persevere with it.
Finally, I'm with Don and Barbie, and their main problem is clear.
So what did you learn from looking at the other houses?
I think our house compares well to the other houses in that we try to get a difference in each room. The other houses, I felt at times it was either the same in each room, or each room was so vastly different that you couldn't see why that room was like that and the other room was
like that.
totally
Okay,
different.
so you feel like yours flows much better.
We like to think so.
Yeah. What it feels like when you walk into this room is that you have a lot of dark furniture, enormous furniture, dark carpet, dark walls. And what happens when you paint below a dado rail with a dark colour is that it shrinks the room and makes it feel very claustrophobic.
Okay.
You need to lighten up the bottom part, definitely.
Is it leave the paper and then go with something different below?
Cold colours like this and dark colours make the room feel much smaller and not warm and inviting. I would be very tempted to get a colour chart and look at it and work at the sort of colours that you like. I would probably suggest putting one of the sofas there. What you don't want to do is when you walk in the door, be hit by a piece of furniture.
Yeah.
All right.
You are selling this house because you've outgrown the space and it screams that that's why you are selling this house.
Okay. Might do the trick.
Barbie, you seem a tad shell-shocked with it all. What's going through your mind?
No, it's not shell-shocked as much as difficult to actually visualise the end result.
So they've got to clear it up before they can do it up, and the theme continues.
So this room was a later addition, wasn't it? You built this yourselves.
Yes.
What I think has happened here is obviously as your family has grown, everything else has grown. There is so much stuff going on in this room that you can't really see the wood for the trees, so to speak.
Right.
Have you seen the storage units where you get the sort of plastic buckets that you can pull out and put all the toys and things in? Something like that would work. Anything that's dark sucks the light in. And what you've got is ostensibly quite a big, light, airy room, but you can't see that because you've got this sort of dark peach on the walls, particularly in the sort of terracotta here. I would off-white the whole lot, one of those soft off-white colours, and it would just brighten the place up enormously.
The changes of the colour, that's an easy one, and I can see that would get sorted quite easily. The clutter will be interesting.
Clutter will knock thousands off an asking price.
But it's so much better than it was.
Gotta keep going with that. Keep going with that attitude. This is a brilliant family home and obviously holds some very happy memories for Don and Barbie. However, I have never seen such an enormous amount of enormous furniture and a use of dark colour, which makes it feel very claustrophobic. There needs to be a major rejig and a bit of a paint job for any potential buyer to see this house in its true colours.
With Don at work and with the help of a friend, Barbie cracks on decluttering the sitting room.
I kind of had to bring in the cavalry today to give me a hand, because I can actually do this lifting and shifting on my own, but when it comes to the bits of furniture and whatever in a minute, I couldn't physically do it on my own, so it was, who can I find?
It was available. At short notice and very cheap labour. That's me.
We all need friends like Darren.
Just dump it over by the other one for now.
Okey-doke.
This is definitely not going to be here, so let's
No,
move
it's too
that
big.
into here. Yes, I think we're getting somewhere.
Slowly but surely.
Joe. Oh.
This is where I sit, I'm happy.
I'm in Waterlooville, where 3 homeowners have been given £1,000 to make over their homes in the hope of securing an offer from buyers Amanda and Ian.
We feel like we've been looking forever, and we wanted to move last year, but then Amelia came along and we thought, no, we'll wait until after she's born. So we feel like it's been coming for ages.
At Rachel and Matt's disorganised detached house, they're ploughing on with sorting that mountain of mess.
So this is just 3 boxes full of videos. Like party stuff. Like, why have I got things like this?
But she has no doubts that the job is worth it.
For a family, this is one of the biggest selling points of my house. You know, it's such a great space for children. So I think if we can get this sorted, this would be a great feature, most definitely.
With the clutter beginning to look clearer, they head to the shops for laminate flooring.
A traditional oak look. Laminate flooring, I'm thinking. Rustic oak, butter oak, almond oak, Canadian. Can you believe there's so many?
After spending just over £300 on cappuccino oak, paint's next, and they've chosen rolling fog.
There are 4 different rolling fogs.
I think she was suggesting a sort of mid-colour anyway, not too dark. So,
spot on.
Yep.
Back at home with the paint bought, Rachel receives some worrying news.
Painter phoned me this morning and he broke his hand in the storm last night. At this moment in time, we have no painters.
If they can't find a replacement decorator in time, then Rachel's first viewing in a year could be a devastating disappointment. Over at Mike and Bethan's house with the rabbits, Mike is beginning his changes to the super low-key decor by installing the radiator cover in the hallway.
Check it out. That's beautiful.
And while Bethan's dad Clive helps out with the painting, Bethan is hopping with excitement about a storage solution for Dudley and Honey.
We're going to build a rabbit warren, and then on top of that we're going to make like a window seat kind of cushion.
With the help of Mike's carpenter mate Kia.
I've never made a rabbit warren. Made lots of fun things, but this will be a first.
£60 worth of MDF and a jigsaw. And Bob's your tale, they've got a rabbit hutch that will hide them during those viewings.
When Amanda comes, I'm going to tell her that I've rehomed the rabbits, and this will look like a nice window seat, and that's kind of how we'd have it if we had a viewing.
Don't worry, folks, no animals were injured. Dudley and Honey will spend the night here and get tucked out of the way during the viewings. The rest of the time, they'll be running amok like before. At Don and Barbie's full to the brim family home, Barbie is on a mission to clear their full house, and she's roped in help from the family.
Today we are helping Mum put all the CDs into one pile, which is a keep pile, and one pile which we're not going to keep it.
And she's also called in a man with a very large box.
This is the container where we're going to put all the stuff that's going into storage. I felt this was the best option, is getting a storage unit delivered here.
The cost of having the box brought to you and taken away again for 3 weeks storage, £147. And with space cleared, decorator Keith can make a start. At Rachel and Matt's disorganised detached house, the mess is receding, but they've still no news on their painter, so they've moved on to prepping for the flooring.
No going back now. How scary is that? Stop, let him bring it back in.
With the laminate down, I've caught up with fitter Chris.
So Chris, laminate flooring, in the old days it had quite a bad rap, didn't it? It was always quite cheap and it used to bow a lot, but nowadays it's really come on, hasn't it?
Definitely. The new ranges, they've got a V-groove now and they're all click systems, so they're a lot better, but the old systems used to be glued down,
right.
And they weren't very good.
How does it compare to the real stuff? Obviously the quality's not as good.
The quality's not as good. It is very, very reasonable in price. The engineered and the solid is very expensive.
And how long would it last?
Yeah, it's about 10 or 15 years at least. It depends obviously how the customer people look after it. But yeah, it's very hard wearing it, so yeah, it's very good flooring.
Laminate flooring all the way.
Definitely.
With still no sign of a painter, Matt and Rachel are left with no choice but to take on the redecorating themselves.
Yeah, I like it home-gutted, but I hear what Amanda says, and no one else seems to like it, so, other than me and my children.
It's the easiest wallpaper I've ever took off.
That's lucky. At at Mike and Bethan's, there's been a change of plan for the bathroom.
For the walls now, a complete change of heart. We're now not going with the gothic maroon anymore. That was a mistake.
Let me guess, some sort of neutral shade perhaps?
I painted it last night and I really like it. It's to my mind, it's got a classy sort of ivory white.
What else?
And then the last thing I need to do really is get rid of the carpet. I like the carpet.
Sorry, Mike, it's got to go.
I'm using the carpet that was in the bathroom as a rough template to cut the liner a little bit to size, just so that when I get it in the bathroom, it's not really awkward to fit.
Ingenious, he's done this before. Next, Bethan and her friend Becky are creating a seat to go over the top of the rabbit warren.
So now I'm spraying the glue onto which we will stick the foam.
With the foam in place,
It's the biggest window seat I've ever seen, Bethan. A window sofa.
You know me back here, don't do things by halves.
on goes the cover, which Bethan has made from a piece of fabric that cost around £20.
It's not that, it's a little bit sharp. If you stroke it one way, it's nice. If you stroke it the wrong way...
Yeah, you don't want them getting too comfortable.
Well, no, that's what I thought.
Back at Don and Barbie's cluttered house with the sorting done, decorator Keith is making good progress with the painting and doing a very thorough job.
Generally, they say on the tin 2 to 3 coats. You can get away with 2 coats, but who wants to get away with anything? I like to do 3 good solid coats.
It's nice to see a good work ethic, and Barbie's pleased too.
I think it's looking much better than I thought it would. I could see what Amanda was saying in terms of lightening up the colour, but I couldn't see it in my mind. I'm really pleased that we made the decisions we did on that.
Back with Rachel and Matt, they finished the mammoth paint job in the living room and conservatory.
The last few days have been a bit stressful and hectic.
Yeah, a 14-hour day of just constant working yesterday.
Yeah.
All that remains now is to dress the conservatory as a dining room. Rachel's living areas were an undefined mix of stark and dark. Now with the playroom tucked away in the front room and the noisy wallpaper silenced by rolling fog, it's a smart and contemporary living space.
If there was an Olympic event for house clearing, I think you two would have won the gold medal. I mean, just looking around, though, you can see how much better it looks, can't you?
Yeah, really pleased.
I mean, it feels like a proper room now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
After all this, if we don't sell it, I think we'll have the right hump.
Yeah.
Upstairs, Rachel has moved mountains of mess to create a tidy and spacious feel, with the loft room now a clear asset to the house.
Where's it all gone?
Magic wand gone.
I literally don't know how you've done this in a week.
There was a lot that's been binned, just packed away properly.
What makes this a great selling point now is that you have a whole extra dimension and level. I mean, I poked my head in the other room on the way up. I've never seen anyone be able to clear so much stuff in such a short amount of time. That could be a new business for you, house clearance.
Yeah, and then you're back.
Over at Bethan and Mike's, Bethan's dressing the rabbit warren / daybed that has set them back around £400 in total.
We're really proud of it, I think. Do you agree?
It's excellent, yes. It's the best day bed I've made. It's more than a window seat.
It's verging on boudoir now, this room.
Yeah.
Their hallway was an uninspiring mix of magnolia and clutter. Now, fresh tones and a concealed radiator have greatly improved the first impressions of this house.
Hello, walking into a completely different house.
Hello.
It looks brilliant.
It does, it looks better.
Isn't it amazing, though, the difference that a few little touches, radiator cover, got rid of all the swatches on the wall. You pleased with it?
Love it. Definitely. I think it looks really classy now when you walk in.
Their bathroom was bland with a shabby old carpet. By laying lino, they've updated the room, but they failed in their mission to inject some colour.
It's better.
Yeah, much better. Did you want to go all out with the bathroom then?
I wanted to be really brave and do one wall, kind of a plum aubergine colour, and it didn't quite work out. My entire bathroom was almost painted just in testers, and it got to the point where I couldn't stand it anymore, so...
We spent £1,000 on testers.
Yeah, it looks like
So,
a
you
patchwork
know.
quilt. Please may I see the bunny room?
I think
Am
you
I
should.
going to tread on them? Or have they gone?
They're gone.
Gone.
They're gone.
I'm going in.
Mike and Bethan's spare room was half dumping ground, half pet store. Now with the bunnies tucked away and the debris cleared, they have a clean office / play space.
Oh my goodness! Wow! Yay! It looks incredible.
OK, let me show you the storage.
That is amazing. So whose idea was this?
It was my idea.
And you're very chuffed for yourself.
Look
Looking at
myself. It's my idea. We're going to make another level as well, so that'll be caged off, and they'll have another level.
It's a genius idea.
Mezzanine.
It's genius.
A mezzanine for the rabbits. Perfect place to relax after having free reign of the house.
By making all of these changes, what you've done is the house from top to bottom is now uniformed and it looks gorgeous. So hopefully you're going to get someone that hates gardening.
Like us,
which
is why we bought it.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah. It's just brilliant.
At Don and Barbie's, the whole family is pulling together to get their makeover finished on time. Barbie puts her new rug down in the conservatory and Don makes it home from work in time to touch up the windowsills.
And I think we've done enough to at least know that we've got a good shot at winning.
We've given our best shot, haven't we?
Yeah.
Can't do more than that.
No.
Clutter, dark walls and big furniture made the small living room feel even smaller. New decor and decluttering makes the whole space feel far roomier.
Now I can tell how hard you two have worked this week.
Thank you.
This just goes to show the difference in rejigging something. Now you actually get to visualise the room, don't you?
Yeah.
And the colour. Great choice.
Well, we think it works.
But it's
We're
brightened
pleased
it
with
up, it's freshened it
has
up, and
brightened
it's
it up.
made it feel twice as big.
Yes.
Are you pleased with it?
Yes. I mean, we wouldn't have chosen that colour scheme ourselves when we did it because it's not actually that practical for what we were setting up at the time. But in terms of what we're trying to achieve, I think we've done that.
I think that's the point.
It's made a huge difference, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Their conservatory felt claustrophobic, with a dark orange colour scheme and stuff everywhere. Now it's brighter, clearer and shown off to its full potential.
Do you walk in this room now and think you're in somebody else's house? It's totally different.
It
yes,
is
a bit.
totally
Yes.
different. Yeah. It's the colour.
Yes, or lack of, as the case may be.
Yes.
You can see the room now.
We're pleased that it looks such a big open space now.
Yeah.
And hopefully that'll bring someone in and they can see the space for what it is.
You've given people options now with this house, as opposed to, I think before, you were really limiting your market.
Right.
Now you've really opened that market up.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm in Waterlooville in Hampshire, ready to show 3 properties to my buyers, Amanda and Ian. After checking out each other's places, my 3 sellers have been busy improving their properties. Mike and Bethan have tucked their pets away and injected some character into their neutral home.
I've had to make quite a few decisions on my own, and then I've gone off to work and Mike's had to do quite a bit of the work in the house on his own, and we haven't been able to make a concerted effort together. But we'll be fine. I'm pretty confident, very confident.
Don and Barbie have cleared the clutter to let my buyers Amanda and Ian see the house underneath.
I like the way that you can now see the different parts that you can use within this room rather than it just having all our stuff in it. And so, yeah, I'm hoping that it will make the difference.
And Rachel and Matt have tidied and decorated their socks off, as they couldn't find anyone else to do it for them.
For everything that we've done and what we've achieved, I think we've won.
Well, we'll soon see about that, as it's Rachel's house that I'm taking Amanda and Ian to see first.
So by my reckoning, you can get 1, 2, 3, 4 cars there. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be enough, yeah.
What do you think of the actual house?
Quite an attractive house, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the look of it from the outside.
What this offers is a lot of what's on your wish list. There's lots of places to hide the children as well, so come and have a look.
Inside, the living area has gone from bold but undecided to clear and defined.
I like that.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice and airy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like the way it looks out into the garden.
For me, what works really well with this house is that it's big enough for a big family.
I really like the space.
Good. Ooh, let's go upstairs and see whether the bedrooms work for you. So this is the master bedroom with your own ensuite. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms on this floor. What are you thinking?
It's not as big as some of the bedrooms we've seen, is it?
No, it's not.
It's enough room for 2 people, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, well, if it's space they want, then the once chaotic, now tidy loft room should appeal.
And I think this is the interesting bit, which... See what you think.
Oh, wow.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it goes the whole length of the house. Does this make a difference, seeing this space, then?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It kind of offsets that master bedroom that I wasn't keen on.
How much do you think this is on for?
I've no idea.
Lower end of the 300s, I would have said.
It is on at 349,950, so sort of in the middle.
Okay. I think that's quite a good price, actually, for the size. I wouldn't have said that just looking at the front, but now we've been inside. I think that's actually quite a good price for the size of the house.
A lot of positives, but there are still 2 more houses to see. Next, it's Don and Barbie's.
So here's a completely different option for you guys. Initial impressions from the outside, good or bad?
Good.
I want you to see the potential of this house because I think that there are some amazing spaces in here.
Okay.
Right, okay.
So, should we go in and have a nose?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Let's start with the once dark and enclosed, now open and bright lounge.
This is the lounge. Your face is hilarious. You don't like it, do you?
No.
What don't you like?
It just doesn't feel homely.
This, for me, is the kind of project. You know, you said you wanted something that you could put your own stamp on.
Yeah.
You can put your own stamp on this property. The people that live here at the moment have 3 children, so it's mum and dad and 3 kids. But I hear you. I think the best thing to do is for us to continue looking around, and then we'll have a decision. Your face
Not
is
make a quick judgment.
Yeah, exactly. Slow down.
Let's try the cluttered to clear conservatory.
This room, for me, would make a great family room or a great playroom for the kids.
This makes a lot of difference to downstairs, doesn't it?
You guys don't look as enthralled with this as you did the house we've just come from.
When we arrived at the other house, we both said we wouldn't have gone in and viewed it, and we're actually really glad we did because it's taught us a lesson, hasn't it? Because the house was actually really superb. Whereas this is the type of house we probably would have viewed, but now we've come in it, it's not what we're looking for, I don't think, no.
I'm not giving up yet. Let's go upstairs.
So this is, it's the master bedroom. It's the bedroom that the mum and dad sleep in. So you've got 1, 2, 3, you've got your 4 beds.
Bedrooms.
It does have its ensuite, which is quite a good size for the ensuite. But what it is quite long and narrow because this is the room that was above what was the garage. What do you think it's on at?
Around 275 marks, something like that.
Do you reckon that low? No, I reckon it's about 310, 320
Really?
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, your missus is almost bang on, actually. It's 309. Is there any way you could configure it to make it work for you as a family?
I don't think it'd be worth the expense to move, would it? We wouldn't be gaining anything, would we, from what we've already got?
That's fair enough. Can't win them all.
No.
Let's go on.
So 1 possible and 1 less likely so far. Finally, we're at Mike and Bethan's.
So a very different prospect with this property. It does have a garage, which is tucked around the back, and then parking for 2 extra cars. Initial impressions?
I really like it.
Yeah,
I'm
Smiles
excited
back.
to go in.
nice and bright, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a bit of character.
Yeah.
Let's get inside and see if the impressions inside match the impressions outside. So you park your car, you come in through the back, you've got your utility room, dump all the kids' stuff, kitchen with an eating, dining part.
I like it, don't you?
Yeah, I really like it.
Ooh.
I like the way that it L's off, so you've got the eating area separate.
Yeah, I like it so
Could you
far.
see yourself living here?
Yeah, I can do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is going well. On to the room that was once monopolised by the rabbits. Carrots are on me if you keep stumming here, bunnies.
So come into their office stroke guest bed. I mean, that's a big day bed, so you could use it. There's also storage underneath it.
It'd make quite a good chill-out room for the kids, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because they could use that as a sofa and you could put their Xbox and stuff up.
Do you like it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it, yeah. It's good. They've used it as a good idea, the way they've done it.
Phew, not a hint of a fluffy tail. Let's go upstairs quickly.
So this is the master bedroom with the ensuite bathroom just through there. What are you thinking?
I like it.
It's got potential.
It's got a really nice feel to it, hasn't it?
I know that you guys have seen this online, haven't you? Can you remember how much it was on the market for?
I think 360, we think, don't we?
Yeah.
£360,000. I can hear the old brains whirring.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I'm thinking about is there isn't one bedroom that stands out as being bigger than the other 2.
No, this is your compromise. You know, you cannot have it all. Right, well, 3 very different properties.
Very different.
Lots to think about.
I think it's clear Amanda and Ian have ruled out Don and Barbie's 4-bed house. So that leaves Rachel's spacious detached house or Mike and Bethan's modern family home.
Now, the detached house with the loft room, what was it that you liked about it?
Space. You know, it was open and we wouldn't have felt on top of each other, would we?
No, you can also hide away in there as well.
Yeah, which is always important. And the modern family home, how was that one?
We both really liked that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
I really liked it from the outside. The only thing that I was thinking about was the bedrooms, not quite, because they're all very, very similar sizes.
Which one would you choose out of the two of them?
Practicality-wise, probably the modern house, I would have said.
That would be my first choice as well, without any doubt.
So next step, is there going to be a next step? Are you going to go back and look? Are you going to think about it?
I think we need to talk about the modern one maybe, don't we? And look at the possibility of maybe going up.
The hallway's quite roomy upstairs, so there is room for another staircase to carry on up.
That would sort out the problems of bedrooms, and you'd even have a guest bedroom then.
And give him something to do, which he's desperate to do, so...
Well, good luck with it. I'm sure you'll get there in the end, and I'm sure we'll find the perfect house with the garage and the loft room and the ensuite.
Yeah.
All will be well.
Hope so, yeah.
That feels really good, because
Worth the effort.
I worked really hard. Yeah, still going on about that.
A triumphant Mike and Bethan celebrate, while the other sellers are gutted not to be top dog.
Well, it's disappointing, isn't it?
It's disappointing, but we've gained a lot out of it. We've got the house looking different.
And if we weren't right for that buyer, hopefully we're right for another buyer.
I'm slightly annoyed by that. Because of the amount of effort we put in this place.
It's been a really good, really good thing to do, and hopefully I'll be able to sell it quite quickly now that we've done this.
Amanda and Ian later decided that, after a lot of deliberation, Mike and Bethan's house wasn't what they were looking for.